or there's no expiry date on a tomato that is kept in the fridge for a certain period of time. But if you keep it out in the open, maybe the next day or the third day, it's already spoiled. You see, we have already packed it, we have processed it, we have given it, we have to follow and respect the law of the land. But just because the expiry date was yesterday, today should I take my RGGL? I would definitely take it. I would not think, because I know it doesn't expire like that on the last day. It's a process of just that the longer it remains, technically, if it's packed nicely, the longer it will stay. Don't worry. Okay, this is for us, within our own family. Now you go and make this as a bold statement outside, that becomes wrong. So on the other side, we respect what is on the date, but it doesn't become toxic, it doesn't become harmful to you in any ways, for sure. Okay, so you can definitely even post that on my suggestion, not from the company side. I would definitely suggest that do not worry about it. And I think if you can understand that, expiry date also reminds you that you buy a product and finish it. Don't keep it. Okay? So this product is to be consumed, not to be kept as a souvenir for the next generation to look at. And once upon a time, my parents used to consume this kind of a mushroom. No. You keep the bottle for that, but at least finish the product inside. Okay?
Will take it. Some of the coffee, for example, the Lion's Mane, there is a hardened coffee. Can they still take that?
So sometimes moisture or something can harden the coffee. Usually when we open a packet and take something of it and keep the rest, and we think, oh, now what to do? Don't worry, you're taking coffee. Every time you put coffee and you put hot boiling water in it, you're already sterilizing your coffee. Don't worry, it's nothing going to harm you, right? Hot boiling water has been the most traditional way of sterilizing things for thousands and thousands of years. And even today, every DXNer sterilizes his coffee before he drinks. Right or wrong? So don't worry.
Thank you so much, because Dr. Rajesh, they return to us the sachet. And sometimes my problem is, this sachet belongs to one bag. So the problem is becoming bigger from the sachet to one bag. And we will prepare a lot of documentation. We have to report to HQ, things like that. So if you experience the hardened coffee, it's just like sterilizing, drink it, don't give it to me, okay? Thank you, Dr. Rajesh. And how about the food supplements that are changing in colors?
So disintegration is the law of nature, right? And everything disintegrates over a period of time. And disintegration doesn't mean it is deteriorating. Certain things disintegrate. Maybe the color of spirulina disintegrates from the fresh one and the aged one. But that doesn't mean that its properties change. What matters is whether it is still there when it was packed. And over a period of things like color, taste, consistency are not the parameters on which you see that the thing has deteriorated. They still are the same. And when you accept this change of nature and natural things, you should mark this as an indicator that you are taking something that is natural. Imagine a stuff that is synthetic and never changes its color. Beware of that. Make sure that you take stuff that when, with time, it changes color. At least it is natural. Okay? So our products are all natural, and we always mention that on it. That the color and this thing can change, And that gives it this feeling that it's organic. It's something that is vulnerable to time. And I think that's what we want, not something that is synthetic that never changes. Yes? Yes or no? Yes.
And okay, so that's for the product. Now let's go to the factory, because you have mentioned we have 7 in India, so 6 in India. So just for an update, in the whole world, how many factories do we have, and what are these factories really doing when it comes to the supply of chain of products?
You see, the demand of DXN products is just going on a rise. With 18 million distributors now distributing the product, I'm sure if you understand the dynamics of a network marketing company or a direct selling company, things multiply. You'll just see how 18 million becomes 36 within no time. Okay, that is the dynamics of it. And when this will happen, if we don't have a steady supply of products, it will be a real big challenge. And we don't want the markets to collapse because of shortage or scarcity of products. And that's why DXN now, as a listed company, envisions this particular challenge that is coming with its growing demand. With the growth rate of almost 20% that we are growing annually, we know that this demand and supply thing needs to be balanced. And hence we are now taking big lands And when I say big lands, these are not small acres of land, these are like islands that Dr. Lim buys for DXN. Okay, like in Lankavi, we have a huge, big island that Dr. Lim bought. Okay, and you should visit that island in which we will be having a plantation of coffee and everything because this needs to be cultivated. In Guyana, we have huge piece of land of almost around, if I'm not wrong, around thousands of acres of land where we are cultivating our own produce. In India, we are partnering with farmers to have lands that are growing noni and other roselle and all those things. Then we are partnering with organizations which are also collaborating to grow spirulina. And we are also, so the land we'll keep on buying, land we'll keep on cultivating. In India, I have almost 25 acres of land which is meant for an automated mushroom cultivation plant because we know that the demand is going to be high. Okay, rather than going into a place where the environment is right, we thought about going and creating an environment where everything can be done right. And that is why we are coming up with the world's most sophisticated, you can say mushroom growing cultivation facility in India on a 25-acre land. But that doesn't stop. So cultivation, we are definitely going to increase our cultivation. On the other side, all that is cultivated needs to be processed. And you need factories to process it. Like DXN's Hyderabad facility factory is the world's largest DXN facility, almost 3 times bigger than what is in Malaysia. But it's 3 times bigger. But along with that, we have in India another 5 entities across the North and South India because India is the world's largest populated country. It was but natural that India becomes the center for DXN to invest so that they know that there is a potential of market. And wherever there is population, there is an opportunity to prosper, right? And because this is a trading business. And when you look at the markets that are doing good, we have in Dubai a factory, we have a Nepal factory, we have Bangladesh a factory, we have now a set up factory in Mexico, we have in Latin America, Peru, and all those places we have. In China, which is another second largest populated country in the world, we have a factory. So I think the vision that DXN is seeing is to empower the processing units, make sure that the supply of raw material to farming is done, so that my distributors are always empowered with their building of network and making sure that the chain of supply continues and the business flourishes. And you all make a lot of money because that's what the world is going to need, good food supply. And we are going to be a good food supply company. Right, so you should know that all these efforts of setting up factories and companies and all those things is because we see a future that is prosperous, and I think that's welcoming for us all. Because as distributors, you will see that you are partnering with an organization that already knows how to look into the future.